Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there. And a lot of very cool creations to check out again this week. So everything's being shown in Reforged Eden 2. I believe most builds are for that, but if they're not, we'll identify that as we take a look at them. So the very first creation here today is the RE2-Photon Sword Cutting Edge Shipborne Interceptor by Pioneer. Yes, that is the whole name. And this is a really nice looking SV. Now, I believe this is a kind of designed to go with a particular other ship that I don't actually have right now, like a carrier. But by its size and shape and dimensions, it looks like it would work with any kind of carrier or anything with a landing pad large enough for this, which, you know, it should definitely work, basically. So I'm just, checking out this build here. It looks really nice. So it does look like it has a... It is into combat. I've seen these guns here on the side. Now we do have some antennas down there. Strafing thrust off to the side. I really like the smoothness of it. Looks really quite aerodynamic. And some other features too. This angled piece over here I think actually looks really cool. Like a tank or maybe, I don't know what exactly that is, but it looks really, really cool. Just an unusual five-sided shape there, and then also using some good old wing parts in the build here too. Of course, being an SV, and then we've got some kind of texture lights in here to accent certain areas and whatnot as well, which is it's very, very cool. Nice looking LCD here around the sides. Let's take a look at the back side of this. Oh, that's cool too. It kind of has almost a different look to it on the back. It is kind of all angled out, almost I don't know, a little bit of like Millennium Falcon sort of, not really, but you know, just kind of that more roundish backside to it. Very cool. And it does look like we have an interior area too. I wasn't sure if we did or not. Check out the top side here. We got a nice skylight coming in there. Very nice, very nice. I like the colors too. There's a couple different shades of gray in the mix here. You can kind of see the texturing is pretty smooth. There's a couple textures in here, but for the most part, it's kept pretty smooth on the build here, and it's kind of using the different colors and things like that going on. We do have some alternative textures in different places though. On the wings here, down over there. Obviously the texture lights that are built into there. So anyway, here, let me get out of God mode here a second, and I'm going to adjust the lights, and we'll go take a walk inside. Yeah, how about there? See how this works out. Yeah, look, oh, kind of cool, kind of that stealthy red lighting on the inside. Very, very cool. Got a lot of stuff to see in here. Actually, I'm gonna raise the lights up a little bit on the outside. I hate turning on the flashlight. I just want to see kind of what's going on in here. A lot of parts. So we got a Pentaxid tank, generators. Got I guess RCS right there. Looks like a lot of CPU cores along this on this side, and then of course our ventilator. On the other side, so much for my not turning on the spotlight. We've got a detector. Got our main core. Looks like a couple more RCS units. Another generator. I like how everything's kind of tucked in there, kind of a nice display on either side. And then we got our skylight there in the middle, and then we got a door going up to the bridge or the cockpit area, and yeah, CPU core block over here. A lot of texture lights here with the cockpit area, and yeah, right up there looks like you'd have a good first-person view flying this around. So yeah, right to the point here. Looks like it's, pretty much, just holding all its main parts. I was kind of curious. I was looking for, like, storage control. Oh, yeah, right there. So we got, looking at an ammo controller. Actually, 8453 on ammo over on that side. Let's take a look at the, here, let me get back outside here a second. I guess it wasn't all that dark outside. And let's take a look at the specs here. So unlock level 25, complexity 1. 68 forward, 19 strafing, 16 lift, 25 reverse, 11 down. Does have 6 fuel tanks, 7 oxygen tanks. Running the weapons primary, well, only gun actually are these 4 heavy rail guns. and a detector. I am curious how that works out too. I really am. I've never really used a railgun on a build or to test them to see how they would really work out. I am seeing some auxiliary cores in here too, so I'm kind of curious on how the CPU is coming out. So it does need some bridges and matrices, which is pretty typical. Actually, looks like the CPU isn't all that high on this. Only set to 26,054, or using that, and set to 28,500. And it looks like that's turning into a Core 10. We got 2 basic, 2 improved, 2 advanced. It doesn't have the superiors in here, but it does have 3 auxiliary cores. I don't know, is that a savings? I don't know much about these small auxiliary cores versus like doing superior cores to get the CPU up to this level. I'm sure the author probably was messing with all that stuff to figure out how it's going to work out. But it is using 3 small aux cores on the build, but not the superior cores. And I think we already looked at our ammo storage there. One other thing I want to take a look at here is the shield. So 8,043 on stock shield strength. We do have a gravity generator signal option in the P menu as well. And I think we looked at part of the storage. I don't know if it has more than that. So no, I think we got our just about 8,500 with ammo storage, and then we got our protection tank and an extra box there for putting some stuff in. So yeah, very nice looking, cool SV. It looks like it's pretty agile, gets around, and rocking these 4 heavy railguns on it. So yeah, I'm really curious on the kind of damage they do, and how does that work against shielded targets as well. Something I'm just curious about, really curious about. I probably ought to do some tests myself someday and see how that actually does work out. But very, very cool. So again, this is the RE2-Photon Sword Cutting Edge Shipborne Interceptor by Pioneer. All right, so going on to the next build here, a little bit bigger, getting into pretty mean, nasty combat CV side of things here. And this one is the SCA Emerald Serpent by Swastika. And yeah, this looks like it's built for a very distinctive purpose here of blowing up everything in space. I think it would. It's looking like it would be pretty successful so far here. I do believe we're looking at a lot of Xeno material here, and I do believe that is correct here. So yeah, so already a lot of Xeno material. It's would make a lot of sense for the type of build it is. I do like what the author did here. Obviously, again, I do realize that dealing with Xenoblocks are awful for giving you much options whatsoever in texturing a build. But the author did a really good job here. I like what they're doing with the like these greens in here, kind of mixing that up using another particular Xeno texture. Now, this particular texture does glow in the dark, which fits, with the build. Even the name of the build. The Emerald Serpent, basically. So, yeah, the layout also looks, pretty standard. I bet you here. I'm going to fly in the front here a second. Check out the what's going on in the nose here. So, a lot of Xeno. It looks like we do have a couple decoys out in this area here. We got a decoy thruster generator. I think I think with the on the author here, you could potentially use a one size smaller generator here and get the same effect. Just something, just a quick observation. Although this one probably has more hit points, and you can probably take a little more abuse than that other version. Then we got a decoy. I think that's a plasma gun in there. We do have a fuel tank in here. Don't know if that's a good idea or not. On the front here, unless I'm wrong, I don't believe the AI actually targets fuel tanks. So I think this would just kind of create a little explosion in here. Obviously, it's completely sealed in Xeno material, so that explosion ain't going to do much. But I don't know if you'd need a fuel tank there. So looking on the loadout here, I'm going to just try to identify some of these guns here. I think I know what I'm looking at, but yeah, main plasma batteries, that's what I thought they were. So you got 4 of those, or basically 2 per side. And then quite the barrage of modulated laser turrets, X-ray setup here. So wow, yeah, it's a nice configuration there. I really dig that. Plus you got the ones on the top side, and I think we see. Okay, so no more turrets on the bottom there, which is totally fine as well. And then we got the other type of modulated ultraviolet turret here. And then back here we do have some cruise missile launchers. So yeah, this thing's got a whole heck of a lot of firepower, and all of it has a good line of sight as well. So really, really good configuration for combat, getting that firepower out there and all hitting everything. And so the turrets over here are mainly responsible, as far as I know, for definitely taking down that shield fast. These main plasma batteries also will aid in that. So the whole fight, you can pretty much just keep on firing these, even when the shield's up, until you take out your enemy target there. Thruster locations look good too. Having like a XL thruster or a drive thruster in the back like that for strafing, really good place to put it. Usually keeps them safe. Keep in mind the AI is going to be mostly focusing on the front of the ship here, if you're at least facing it when you're blowing up the AI ships there. And I think we got, that's probably a legit radar, I bet too. It is, yeah. Long range radar installed. Looks like we got a blast door that looks like it's going to get us right into the bridge area, which is a really cool option as well. So yeah, really good setup and configuration on here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would work out well. It's I think it's going to be a little bit higher on CPU, but we will find out. I don't know exactly yet. I don't know what's inside it either quite yet. But yeah, great looking ship. Especially, you know, again, trying to deal with primarily Xeno material for your entire hull build. That puts you where you got to get pretty creative with what you're doing with texturing it, because you don't have many options. But the author did awesome here, and that does look good. All right, here, I'm going to adjust the lights. Try to go a little bit darker than before, but I'm not sure here. So anyway, yeah, you can kind of see how that the green does kind of glow in the dark too. The darker it is, the more you'd see the green glowing, basically. So all right, let's get to the back here. As soon as we get in the back of the ship, looks like we got a nice some utility function right here. Got all kinds of stuff going on here. I think we got a CPU block there, and of course we got Wi-Fi back here, and then med bay and O2 right above that. Makes sense. And an elevator going up, and it looks like the entire I think the block work inside of here is also Xeno. So even more yeah, Xeno materials even around the elevator. So yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be pretty solid here. Alright, now let me go through the blast door. See where this takes us. So we got our warp drive right above here. Looks cool, almost kind of like Alien. I like the use of the green lighting in here too. Does obviously go with the name Emerald as well. So we got our main shield right there. Probably an advanced shield, I would say. All right, then looks like the main core is right here. So right above us here, we do have our reverse thruster, which I think we did see from the inside too. This could be like a bit of a kill switch in itself, which makes a lot of sense too. Like if you lost so much of the front end of the ship, that it would actually either blow up this thruster or start to hit this thruster, it very well could pop the core, which would shut down the ship, which is actually kind of a nice feature to have, I think, because then the AI is going to completely stop shooting at the ship. And then basically you just lose your decoys and things like that on the front and be able to like repair your ship pretty cheaply and not lose any of your big stuff. Now we do have a fusion reactor in here as well. Looks like we got, is that the big one? No, I think that's a small fusion reactor. So that's a good way to get the power. That's basically one small fusion reactor equals the same power output as 3 advanced generators, but only costs a CPU of 2 advanced generators. So it is a better bang for the buck for power. So now if we take the elevator all the way to the top here, I bet you we're going to wind up right at the bridge area. And we are. And we got our blast door getting into the actual bridge here. Really cool with the LCD work going down there too. Matches everything with the green lighting. And up here we do have a med bay, fridge. I think is that O2 there? I think that's O2. And yeah, all the other medical equipment as well. So that's very handy. You got a shower in the corner, and then right out the back here, we've got just another way into the bridge area from the back. So, and taking a look at like kind of how that would look in space, you definitely kind of see that green. It doesn't like light up like a huge amount, but it definitely does kind of glow in the dark, which is yeah, really cool look actually. And I'm not sure what's going on over here. Looks like we got another ship over here that really wants to be noticed. I just kind of caught that out of the corner of my eye. What the heck's going on there? All right. Now let me get the lights back on a second. And we will look at the specs here. I'm curious. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Core 9 Plus, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. So unlock level 25, size class 3, 56 forward, 53 strafing, 59 lift, 53 reverse, 37 down. Yeah, really good specs for a combat ship as well. Pretty balanced at all your directions, which is kind of helpful when you're fighting spaceships out in space. It's a different scenario if you're dealing with a different kind of ship that's flying on a planet's surface with gravity. Well, a little different way you'd want to go about, well, I don't know. It depends what you're doing. So, yeah, whole barrage of guns on here. I think we looked at a lot of those. So it's using both X-ray, laser turrets, and ultraviolet laser turrets. We got our cruise missiles. We got our main plasma cannon batteries. And we do have, yeah, the plasma cannon over here, light. That is our decoy. Legit long-range radar, 9-hour and 2-minute build time. Using quite a lot of quantum processors, so I am thinking, I mean, some weapons and things use them too, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be above a Core 9. Let's see what we're looking at here. So, CPU is set to 1.1 million, using 1.1 million and 49,000 beyond that. That might be fine. It's not that big of a jump over the 1.1 million on that, so I don't think it would cause any like for the fusion reactor to overheat and blow up or anything like that. It won't be that far. So here I'm going to sort this real quick, but I think, yeah, that is legit. So it is a Core 11. So our Core 9 set up here plus 2 quantum cores added to the build. Let's see. And one thing I just might as well check out. I'm pretty sure it, yeah, advanced warp drive. So you do have your 60 light year warp drive in here as well. So really just set up, you know, you spawn it in. It looks like it's just ready to go. You don't really have to do any upgrading or changing of anything. Just build a bunch of ammo and go blow up everything. And I think it would be quite effective. I really do like the firepower setup on the ship. The ship itself isn't that big, but it's really using its space to get those line of sight turrets in there and the launchers in the mix, and the decoys and the very solid frame to the ship. Especially, it looks like it almost entirely built out of Xeno, even on the inside, from what I can tell. Just one last thing I want to look here at is the amount of Xeno material. Yeah, 24,000 Xeno material used for that. So, yeah, very, very nice combat ship. The only thing, maybe you could save a little bit of CPU on it by not having the 1x3 generator here as a decoy and put it in a 1x2 generator. That might save, I don't know, some amount of CPU. I have to look at the numbers to see how much that would be. But other than that, yeah, that's it. Really cool. Really cool build here. Storage-wise, we better know what it can hold for ammo. So it looks like we got 2 ammo controllers at 320k apiece. And beyond that, we do have an additional controller at 280k for storing whatever else you want in there. So yeah, very nice. Again, this is the SCA Emerald Serpent by Swastika. Very cool. All right, so next build here. That's freaking me out. I think I know what's going on. I think it's not the. Oh, there it is again. All right, so the next build here, we got the NT Cyclops by NT. So we're looking at a good tried and true mech here. Really cool, exotic looking mech too. I dig it. Oh, look at that interesting leg setup there, where it kind of. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. All right, let's not look that way. I could fix it, but then I would have to go fix it. Anyway, this is cool. This is cool. I really like this. I like how the chassis is all set up, individual parts. You got your upper leg, your lower leg. You got your foot, kind of like all separated. And then you've got these like I don't know, weapon arm mount extensions with actually using like wing parts for like shielding over there. And even these parts over here. What the heck are those? Is that? Oh, that's real. Okay, rocket launcher pods. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if I've seen that before. I guess I gotta look. That is pretty neat. I was almost thinking it was a new deco part or something, but no, those are really rocket launchers. That's cool. And up over here, oh, that's one of those alarm sentries there. But oh, that's cool the way that looks. It kind of like a Sentinel AI drone controller thingy there. I don't know. That's just the impression I get out of it. It looks pretty nasty. It looks like if I seen this, walking down the street, I would go somewhere else as fast as I could. Oh, we got rear mounting too. Oh, check that out. So we got some landing gear that will pull up on the backside here. And then inside of here, it looks like we've got our main core kind of buried in there. It looks like it's behind some armored glass here as well. Interesting thruster setup here. So yeah, so a lot of the thrusters are actually exposed on this. Oh, that thing over there is crazy. I'll fix it when I look at it. This is cool too. I like how this is kind of offset on one side here. We've got, I think that's that fancy detector there, but that's cool the way the alternate range that too, and it has a glass on the front of it, and you can kind of see through the front part of that. Cool looking armor, block armor, kind of above the weapons as well. And of course, the weapons themselves look really cool and meaty. These got to be Vulcan cannons, heavy. So we got a Vulcan cannon on either side here, plus our rocket pods. Plus, we got some extra old turrets like right in over here too, which is really cool. Looks like some good old minigun turrets there. Or Gatling turrets, I think they're called, for the SVs. That's cool. That is cool. Nice looking mech. Really is. Very shapely, very thought out. I mean, it doesn't look like a super heavy mech, but it looks like it would be pretty agile with a lot of firepower. More of like an assault mech or something like that. Really cool. So we got our cockpit area here. I'm trying to figure out how this works yet. Do we get in there? I'm cheating. Yes, there's a seat, and we probably come in. On the top, is there something in the back here? No. Is it right there? That's probably it. Yeah, I think this is going to be it. I wonder if you can slide right through there. Probably. Well, this looks cool on the inside too. I know obviously it doesn't have a real big interior because of what it is and how it's set up and everything, but that looks pretty cool. It's kind of like you're kind of deep in here too. You've got that Oh, yeah, that's cool too. Oh, there's another way in from the bottom that's really sneaky. Yeah, this is an interesting floor. I like that. It's kind of like it's curved down in here, and then you've got yeah, access from the bottom of the mech. I did not expect that. I thought that was going to be all solid in there with stuff, but that no. Okay, so yeah, two different ways on board here. That's kind of slick how this is kind of recessed in here with the angled blocks around the seat too. Definitely like that. So on the inside here, we do got a trauma station, O2 armor locker. Looks like we got some shield parts chilling in a place in the wall. We even got a gravity generator aboard here. Some cargo boxes. Is that what that is? No, those are CPU blocks. They almost look like yeah. Just maybe it's the colors and the angles that they're at. I almost thought they were cargo boxes. Well, I did think they were cargo boxes. I don't think that was an almost about it. But they're not. They're not. Cool looking LCDs on the inside here with this whole targeting setup here too. Which does look like it lines up to the actual... Oh, that ship. Oh, that ship over there. What is going on? I have no idea. I have no idea on that one. Yeah, this is really cool. I like how the LCDs in this too state the name of the build. Yeah, really, really cool mech. It actually looks like it, would be functional in gameplay. I mean, mechs, I built a couple, and I think they look really cool, especially when they're sitting on the ground. But I have always found that flying a mech around, like if you're flying around like an SV, looks kind of strange. But in this case, I don't think this one would look all that strange either. It's such a interesting design build that I don't know. It probably looks cool flying around in this case, where like all the mechs that I've built so far really look stupid when they're flying. But this one, I think, actually kind of has some resemblances to like an SV fighter, especially on like the top side and the way the legs are done. Yeah, it actually, I think it would look pretty good flying around in this case. Anyway, let's look at some numbers here. So, unlocked level 25, size class 1, 55 forward, 43 strafing, 55 lift, 27 reverse, 32 down, 5 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. What the heck? We have a target painter. Target painter? I don't know what that is. I think has something to do with the crosshair. Maybe, I just assumed some of this was LCDs in here, but maybe there's something else going on. Or maybe that is the LCD and it was just renamed in the, no, I don't think you can do that. So that's interesting. Target painter. That's never seen that before. So 4 heavy Vulcan cannons and 4 medium rocket launcher pods, and do have an advanced detector, 2 alarm sentries, and the 2 medium Gatling turrets. So a good amount of firepower here too. Hour and 47-minute build time. Does take a lot of quantum processors. Probably for the weaponry. Superconductors and radiation shields. See what we're looking at CPU. Okay, so CPU on here is 40,000. Guess I didn't expect that. But, yeah, I get SVs wrong almost every time I look at them. I always think they're going to be lower CPU than they are. That's going to translate here. Just make sure we're sorted to a Core 13. So we've got our Core 9 set up plus 4 quantum cores. That's probably where a lot of those quantum processors are going to. Yeah. Alright, and let's see. Let's check out your ammo situation here. So we got 2313 for ammo. Then we have we'll take a sort box here, and then our Pentex tank and a fridge. But yeah, really, really cool mech. Good amount of firepower to it too. It's just, I'm going to just keep on kind of rattling this. I don't believe it should be anywhere near the CPU that it is with what's on it. So that's just me. That's just me. I could see this easily as a Core 9, especially with the heavies. But yeah, going up to where it needs to be to accommodate the parts on here. That's kind of a lot. Also, shield on here, 10,555 on its shield. Do have quite a few P menu options here. Shutters. The target painters actually. Maybe that is just the LCD and not another part. It looked the way it was named in there. Oh no, that is this thing right here, isn't it? This is a target painter. I thought that was an alarm sentry. I'm gonna have to investigate what that thing does. I don't know. I don't know what it even does. But yeah, interesting new thing. At least to me, I haven't seen it before, and I don't recall seeing any builds that I've looked at previously that had that option either. So yeah, very unique there. And a really cool build here. I love the looks of it. Again, I think this is like the one of the only mechs I would think could look pretty cool flying in the air. They all look cool sitting on the ground, but this one I think could look cool flying in the air as well. So this is the NT Cyclops by NT. Very cool build. All right, so next build that is doing things. Hold on. I'm gonna power this thing on and have you stabilized. I think so. This looks really cool. Here, I'm gonna try to put it down on the ground. I want to see if it wants to go there, and it's nothing to do with the build. It's nothing to do with the build. I've seen that same bug in the game over and over. I don't exactly know how it happens, but it does happen. So I think we're on the ground. Almost. We're close enough. Anyway, so the next build here. This is the Nocturne XR RE2 by Ozfresh. And it's a nice looking ship. Very interesting on its setup here. I now notice that we've got kind of like some alien floaty pieces off to the side here. I think the author has built other builds in this style. Reminds me of a certain faction in the game I used to play. Had that kind of stuff going on with it. It's really interesting and cool that way. And yes, you can do that in the game. It does not penalize you for having separated parts. And technically, if we were looking at everything in block form, I don't even think it's separated. There's probably a half block on either side here or something like that. But yeah, that is very cool. So looking at the front here, we got that kind of it doesn't really stay that way too long, but kind of almost that Star Wars Star Destroyer kind of look a little bit with the wedge shape and the kind of indentation between the two like armored layers there. Really cool look. I think that look looks really nice typically. And over here, this looks really cool too. Obviously, you're peering into the inside of the ship in certain areas here. Well, that's cool. The way the glass is set up. It's got the LCD. Got some other art like. I don't know. That just looks. Those are like Xeno pipes there. I do believe, but that is cool. That is cool. And then we got our main bridge cockpit back over here. Pretty spiffy looking too. We got plants and everything. Some reverse thrust right here on the front. Looks like four of the. I think these are actually called large. I don't know, but medium thrusters. I think that. I better check to see what these things are. Okay, so this one's an alarm sentry. That's what I thought the part was on the mech here, but no, it's they look very similar. That's for sure. So on the back side, oh look at that! Oh, this whole area kind of opens up here. Oh, I like the LCD up over there too, kind of the matte texture there. We'll get inside here in a minute. I just wanted to look at the rest of the outside here. I think we got another alarm sentry there. Protection on the ramp door coming in there. It's interesting too. I got this little off the ground. That ramp door is actually going all the way to the ground. Even when I got the front end like lifted up like that. Sorry about that. When I spawned it, the game must have glitched out. I didn't realize it until after I started the video and seen weird things happening. Nothing to do with the ship. Absolutely nothing to do with the ship. Yeah, so yeah, I guess if I were to guess, I think this is an all-in-one kind of ship, but I don't know. It could be a combat ship, but I guess we'll find out. Let's here, I'm gonna get out of God mode and let's get aboard here a second. Very nice looking ship though. I do think the overall style and look of it is cool. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's wow. This is a trip. So this goes forward too. Wow. I didn't expect that either. So I guess we're gonna go all the way up front here first. We got our shield. So I don't think this is a combat ship. At least stock. At least stock. Because of the smaller shield here. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm seeing an LCD that looks like it's gonna try to tell us things too. So I'm gonna turn on a couple of options here. This has got a lot of P menu options, by the way. Replace with advanced shield. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So yeah, all set up to upgrade. That's what I thought it would do, but yeah, very, very cool there. Like how that's arranged. Oh, that's such a trip, this loading ramp. It worked too, which is really cool. Got a shower. Got a farming section over here. Looks like an advanced constructor, a full med bay, or all the optional medical parts. I think we got O2 up there. Yeah, nice looking interior too. I like all the angles, the colors, the like wood grain walls and marble trim. I wouldn't even call that trim. Marble walls. Oh, what do we got back here? Oh, we got nice fancy. Wow, that's a cool looking LCD. Doing all kinds of crazy stuff in the background there. So yeah, big explainer here on the ship as well. Again, I love seeing this. I love seeing authors spend the time to do this kind of thing to tell anybody that's going to get the ship about its upgrade potential and whatever the author wants to relay to the person that would be flying the ship around. So yeah, that's cool. I like how the author did the sign too with the kind of layered background on there with some overlapping things and stuff. Yeah, that looks really neat. Even other little touches too, like the name of the ship up there with the white, like almost looks kind of 3D-ish. That's really cool. That's kind of where you do that text twice, you change the color, you offset one slightly to the other one, and then you can create that effect, which is really cool. Also using metallic type there. So we got a utility box right here. Never know how I figured that one out. No, that's cool. No, I just little details like that is just neat to see. I like that's even a. I don't know exactly what we're looking at here for LCD, but I think that's an LCD. But it's all done in like pixels, which is pretty cool. So you can do like different fonts. It reminds me of. And it looks good from a little bit of a distance. I'm not even all that far away from it. It actually, pixels are so fine that it doesn't look pixely from about this distance here. So that is very, very cool. What we got here? Oh, it looks like thruster access zone. We did see the caution there, so there's probably if I roam through here enough, I'll probably get fried with heat and radiation, which makes sense. But I'm glad to see the caution coming into there. So yeah, nice thruster access room in case you want to repair your thrusters from inside the ship or do some upgrades. You don't have to go float around in space to do it. Got armor repair over here. I think we got our other thruster access room for the other side of the ship here. Space for ladders of CPU blocks. Okay, so that's cool too. So yeah, obviously more room in there too. So yeah, good place for CPU blocks. Got a blast door in the center part of the hangar. Then the angle doors on the sides over here. Really cool how the hangar opens up to this whole wide area that kind of wraps around. That is a neat look as well. Up on the ceiling, we got, looks like we got a long-range radar. I don't know if that's a real one or not. Okay, so that is our fake one, which is fine. I'm starting to, I believe a lot of things are toned down on this right now, and a lot of upgrade options, which is great for the build. And I went down. This is the 30 light year warp drive too. Let's see, yes it is. So basically, I think this thing's really trying to watch its CPU usage and isn't going to be terribly expensive to bring in the game, but we'll have a lot of upgrade potential, which is really cool. So coming through the hangar on this other fancy door on the other side, we get into like some luxurious crafting area on this side as well, and our other farm grow plot. And hold on, I never did walk this way. Let's take the elevator up. And I think it dumps us out right in the bridge. Yeah, that glass always does some unique effects like that, because it's almost like you don't see the glass itself, so it almost looks like you're outside when you're not, and you're actually, there's a whole heavy glass canopy around you. Always a cool look. Basic CPU extenders there. Refurbished alien vessels. Oh, refurbished alien vessels. I'm starting to understand the theme here a little bit, which is really cool. Yeah, very neat. So we got other access doors coming in the sides over here as well. Oh, and check out all the turret placement LCDs here. Oh, that's cool. Another way of doing it yet. So LCDs marking all those out too. So yeah, the author was really thinking about the end person that's going to be using the ship, and letting them know how everything's working out here, which is, yeah, great. But I didn't know Z Corp meant refurbished alien vessels, so that is pretty cool. Cool looking LCD here too. I love the effect. Actually, all these LCDs here. Let me just sit in the cockpit there. Yeah, bright spotlights. Yeah, that looks really nice. Like the heads-up display that we're getting when sitting in the cockpit. I might have it a little off too. I have noticed that when I'm viewing these, especially, most of the time, I usually have my FOV set at 60, which I believe is stock. But I believe a lot of players probably adjust that to maybe around 70. And then you'll see all these heads-up displays probably how they're supposed to look, is the thing. So now it's not cutting off like the armored curtain or the alarm sensory LCDs there. So yeah, that's cool. Then we've got a bookshelf. I mean, what kind of, we got a bookshelf, 2 bookshelves. It's great in the bridge. If you're flying around and you're just doing your thing and you want to read a book, that's cool. These almost don't even look like bookshelves. But they are a cool looking part. I've used them all kinds of times myself. That's cool. Beyond just the very cool looking ship and the shape and the whole setup here is very detailed on the inside, and also the author really did a bang up job with the LCDs and letting everybody know where all the parts go and all the different upgrade potential to it and all that. So yeah, very nice. So let's look at some numbers here. Unlock level 15, size class 3. I don't have the thrusters on. Let me, what they were on. It's weird. Alright, let's go back there. 21 forward, 13 strafing, 39 lift, 20 reverse, 17 down. Got 4 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. Do have quite a lot of sentry guns on here. A couple a light Gatling turret, 5 alarm sentries, and more sentry guns. I guess there's 14 total. Detector, 4 hour and 40 minute build time. Not needing anything special. So pretty much our basic stuff. I mean, you can count on using a little Estrum and Zacosium for most any CV. Little Xeno material in the build here too. Very little. But yeah, other than that, that's real easy to get the resources for this. CPU, oh my goodness. This is lower than I thought it would be, actually. Well, I don't know. Again, going through here, the author was very, very conservative with CPU usage, really trying to balance that out, so it won't be terribly expensive when you first get it. So yeah, it's just the Core 1 build, and all this stuff. So that is really cool. Again, if the author would have put in like the actual long-range radar or the long-range warp drive stock, you'd have had a bunch of resources you had to get in game before you could spawn this in. So the author did it right, I think. Definitely keeping everything nice and cheap. A lot of signals on here too. Smart landing guides. I don't know what a lot of this stuff is right now. It probably tells you about a lot of that stuff in the information in the ship there on the LCD. But yeah, very, very cool looking design. Yeah, just it does kind of look alien too. I mean, it's neat. And this is a refurbished alien vessel. So very cool. So storage. There we are. So very nicely labeled and color coded setup over here. Let's see. I think gardening. A lot of these are probably going to be boxes. Kind of looking for like the bigger controllers here. So devices and blocks. 356K there. 320 for raw ore and scrap. Trade goods. Okay, that one's a box. 640. Wow, input miscellaneous. Okay, nice. Yeah, I kind of like that. On future, like even starter things too. I think maybe I learned my lesson on my latest build. I was using latest starter build. I was using the Awesome Pad 1000, and I did the storage where it had 6 200s in it, and I kind of wish I would have went bigger on that, because then I filled up like my main input, and then it just causes chaos with where I'm putting things. And yeah, so we got an ammo controller at 208K. Loot, okay, that one's a box. Culinary fridge, weapons. Yeah, a lot of sort boxes. So, basically just kind of arranged here, but quite a lot of actual storage controllers as well in the mix, especially when you get to the your main end and things like that at 640 and some other ones there. So yeah, good amount of storage as well. Now also, when we were looking at the specs, it did have emphasis on lift thrust, so that's cool as well. Well, what's just I'm so confused. I thought I just turned on the thrusters. I guess maybe there's probably a signal or a switch or something going on. I'm not sure. But okay, they're back on. So 39 on your lift. So it does have a more lift thrust than it does in the other direction stock there, at least. Now I would dare say that these are some launcher upgrade positions over here too. Yeah, very, very cool. So again, this is the Nocturne XR RE2 by Ozfresh. Nice slick looking ship there, and quite fancy too. So if you're looking for a refurbished alien vessel, look no farther. No, that's really cool. All right, so the next build here, we've got a ship I am pretty positive is going to be really psychotic when it comes to blowing up everything in the galaxy. So this one, we have the Lightning by Artemis Rogue, and this looks like a powerhouse of a combat CV. Wow. Mostly all built out of Xeno, except for a little bit of probably some trim blocks in places like right there. But and it certainly fits Artemis's like theme of these combat ships. He's got a lot of combat CVs now. This one looks like one of the more big boy ones here too. I mean, holy smokes, that is really cool. All the hull looks so on the front. I was looking at the layers. It's kind of cool. Again, Xeno material. This stuff glows in the dark. Use bright colors on it. It glows more. And with add in a little bit of color gradients into the mix, and you can create some pretty cool looking effects here, where it's kind of white to like medium blue fade underneath there with some lightning, which kind of fits the name quite well now, doesn't it? That's cool. Lightning around the wires there. And yeah, it just looked really cool. A lot of curves, a lot of cool looking stuff going on in here. Of course, I'm gonna inspect it for its combat ship stuff too, especially the front end area. I just want to take a look at this. Wow. There's a whole lot of guns over here. Are you doing it again? It's doing what the? Sorry. Got sidetracked again. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on with that. Again, it's nothing to do with the author. I have no idea why the ship is doing that. The game is doing its thing. Let's take a look at the back here. Okay. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. I think this is going to fit some of the other things too. Like if you were using this in PvP, you'd be like, hey, let's just shoot out his thrusters. And you're like, I don't know which one's a thruster. It's almost like camouflage. It's like, oh, we all look like thrusters, but only a couple of us are real ones, kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. I think I actually see the rear one, which is a total deception. It's not even one of them at all. That's pretty wild. Very, very detailed again. I love all the shaping and the I don't know. These ships, they look, kind of alien too. I mean, but not like alien like in the normal sense. They're like different alien, or I don't know. Very, very unique looking build. So a lot of curves, a lot of detail, a lot of lightning. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's just like a lower roundy part under the other roundy part, which is a gun mount. All right, so a little bit of inspection here too on guns. So also seeing these modulated infrared laser turrets here. Let's see, our main guns here are, you're not going to tell me that. Oh, heavy, okay, main plasma batteries. And there's, looks like 4 per side, so that'd be 8 of them total. Plus all of this stuff. Wow. Yeah, this thing's got a lot of guns. All right, so front end inspection time. Okay, so Xeno, casenal leg shot. Xenos. Everything Xeno. First decoy, I think here. No, actually all these, got 3 decoy thrusters in here. And then we got our decoy launcher. Bunch of decoy thrusters actually in here. Huh. They are, for a decoy part, I think these might be the cheapest ones, like CPU-wise and size-wise. So that would probably be the best way to go for, like, decoys. But I'm not seeing a decoy generator into the mix here. Or maybe I just didn't. Maybe I'm just missing it. But no. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I am missing it. So we got, yeah, the large generator. The basic large, not the medium large, or the large, or the extra large. We got the basic large. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, we do have a decoy turret back over here too. It's just pretty deep. I mean, there is a lot of got a lot of armor on the front. Again, this is a pretty high-end build for combat CV. I expect the CPU to be pretty up there too. So yeah, you might as well do that. Yeah, so I think this is like mostly all solid, even where I'm at now. I don't want to go through that way. So let's go around and find a way on board. Tour the inside. Just always like to look at the front end setup on the various combat CVs. See how they're doing with all that decoy stuff. All right, so I guess we're coming in right here, right near the bridge area. So we got a nice, oh, I didn't adjust the lights. Let's do that. So you got a nice utility room right as you come in. We got our toilet, shower, medical equipment. parts here. We've got some side rooms. Oh, another way in on the sides over here. And some lightning. Yep. All right. And armor locker and weapon locker. Sorry about the coughing. Yeah. Don't mean to. Sometimes just can't help it. So our front cockpit right here, kind of overlooking the front hull of the ship, sitting way back. And more utility function here. O2, med bay, fridge. Pretty much everything you want. So yeah, I believe the purpose in this ship's life is pretty obvious, and that is to kill everything out there. And probably just laugh, because I don't know. I don't think the AI is going to stand a whole lot of much chance against this particular build. So in some of Artemis's previous or fairly recent previous builds, same kind of setup going on in the front in here, which is like staggered rooms where the hallways don't line up and things like that on purpose to add armor protection, so you don't have like a clear shot from one side through to the other side. And then obviously we've got all kinds of different shield components in these rooms stock on this particular version. I don't know if there's other versions that are a lot of the parts removed and probably a lower CPU range stock or not, but this one is just really set up to do it all here, I think. Yeah, we got, these are all large shield parts we're looking at in here too, plus the mediums. Plus, oh, this is one of those built-in like repair bays, I think. Let's see here. Oh no, it's not. It's a drone launcher. Oh, it does the drones too. Okay. Yeah, and one of the last builds I looked at from Artemis Rogue, I seen the drone bays, and I didn't know where these drone launch pads were, and you were saying that they're inside the hull, and I kind of missed them, so I kind of see what's going on this build, though. It's probably doing similar to the last build with that in that regards, and I guess this works fine. If they're close enough to the edge of the hull, the drones just get out there, you know, because it's Empyrion when they do those things. So they just materialize out of the hull, and everything's all great. So I didn't realize that either. Yeah. All right. So I'm pretty sure, since I've been seeing Artemis use this same method to put in a lot of the big ship parts on a lot of these builds, I bet you this is working out pretty well with its protection and the way it's kind of set up there. And then again, of course, beyond that front wall there is all the front end of the ship with all the armor and the decoys and whatnot. We have a big back room here too. That's interesting. So looks like we got a small fusion reactor in here now. But yeah, there's room in here where I definitely believe you could put in a large fusion reactor if you needed to for some particular reason. But it definitely has space set up, more medium shield parts, protection tank. Our main core is way in the back here. And I bet you that's a real one. Yep, long range radar built in back over there. And let's see if we go down. Oh, wow. We got another level down over here. Okay, that's cool. I did kind of come in up above here, so yeah. So we got another access door at the bottom of the ship here. Might be set up to a P menu option. O2 and a med bay there. Oh wow, more. Oh, secondary. Wow, there's a whole bunch more ship here. What the heck is this? That is the blue room. We don't talk about the blue room. Excuse me again. All right. So, also production. So yeah, instructor over here. Hold on, let me get the flashlight on. Got a lot of glass going on in this area here. This is kind of like suspended in this realm of craziness going on in here. That's cool. So yeah, constructor, which is a useful option as well. We got some doors up there. Oh yeah, okay, so this is all on one side of the ship. This is a trip. Okay, yeah, that was our our room we don't talk about for no particular reason. I just made that up. I don't even know if that has any reference to anything at all. But it sounded fun. But we can talk about this room. This is a big old room with I think we've got a drone launch pad up there. And maybe this is a location to add a drone bay, potentially. Thruster access room, or potential another drone bay room. Wow, there's all kinds of doors and stuff going on through here. And this, obviously, is not the center of the ship, so I imagine we'd have some of that thruster, maintenance, and expansion room. And I think we're going to have that on this side as well. This makes a lot of sense. Yep. See some lightning. Yeah, very, very cool build. Looks very, very destructive. Again, let's get the lights back on. Take a look at the specs here. So, all right. Unlock level 25, size class 14. Wow, that's... you know, there's a lot of Kirby's. Kirby's and detail-y things do add to the size class quite a bit. It's not a small ship, but I didn't think it was 14. But yeah, a lot of deco, a lot of Kirby blocks. They do ramp up the size class, which is unless you're server restricted on size class, it makes no difference whatsoever. But just saying. Okay, so 44 forward, 43 strafing, 85 lift. 43 reverse, 43 down. So very balanced thrust again. Secondary numbers in there looking good as well. 18 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks, a whole lot of guns. Yeah, primary, probably your 8 main plasma batteries, but yeah, that's a lot of these modulated laser turrets of 2 different types too. Plus, I didn't even see them, but 20 sentry guns in the build as well. These other singles in here are your decoys. 14 hour and 34 minute build time. Yeah, it's going to use some stuff on this one. So again, this is pretty high end on combat ships here, and it is it is really quite high end. So yeah, using just about 1.5 million CPU set to, but it is balanced with the CPU on the CPU added to the ship, and that is going to translate to, I think, yeah, topping out the totem pole here or whatever. Yeah, all the cores, all the cores. Core 17, I think. Don't quote me. That may not be the max core setup because there is, like, I've seen some other types of cores in the game as well, but I think that's, your baseline, like, pretty much maxed out. Like, this thing is, it's just ready to, spot it in and build a whole bunch of ammo and just take out everything, and call it a day, I think. So, to build these kinds of ships, you need to take out all these. I'm looking at you, buddy. Oh, sorry, I was that ship over there. All right. Take a look in the storage setup here. So we got 2 ammo controllers at 320K a piece. Got an additional cargo controller at 112K. And then a fridge. We got a harvest controller in here too at 256K. And our pentaxa tank. So yeah, very, very cool. Another just, yeah, crazy. I don't know what Artemis's most high-end stock build on the workshop is, but I would say this one would definitely be a running for it. But he's had some other, like, high end, like, all decked out ones like this one as well. So I don't know which one would be the most high end of the high end, but this one is definitely a competitor for that. Yeah, very cool. Again, this is the Lightning by Artemis Rogue. All right, so on to the next build here. Gonna go into little Romulan territory here. So we got the Romulan Varkin Scout by Barefoot and Hillbilly, and this is a SV, I think. No, it's not. This is not an SV. Why did I think it was an SV? No, this is a CV here. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, this is I do believe like a replica of a specific Romulan ship from the Star Trek verse. I'm not familiar with this particular ship in the Star Trek verse, but yeah, I do get, yeah, it's got the Romulan green going on and all that. Again, I'm really behind on Star Trek though, so don't shoot me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like the whole setup here. It's kind of got it's like Romulan and Klingon have some similarities a little bit too. Because oh, sorry about the light there. Yeah, this the way the neck and front body is kind of set up going into this area does remind me a little bit of Klingon as well. But there's a little bit of similarities, but it's also different than Klingon. So yeah, really interesting there. But yeah, cool looking ship. I'm kind of really digging this section here with the heavy glass, the way that's arranged. It's kind of like its own little layer over there, and the way the door kind of works with that, and the trim of the double like thin blocks there on the sides. That was really cool. You do have some guns going on in here too. A couple of these, which I think are the plasma. Yep, plasma light cannons there, and we've got some dual medium cannons over here. And we got our fancy spotlight. Let's check out one of these thruster housings over here. I like the texture lights kind of built into there. This particular, there's got to be a xenoblock used for that. Again, same thing going on as what we've seen with the other ships. It glows in the dark, but it entirely depends on the intensity of color you use to paint it with, on how much it's going to glow in the dark. And you can kind of make them almost not glow in the dark if they're painted completely absolute black. That's kind of cool. So we can kind of see our thrusters from the inside in there. And that's neat how the author kind of opened up this area a little bit to kind of show these parts here. It's also would allow you to repair them if need be from outside there. Yeah, that's cool. This is cool. So this is different. This is like a full-blown CV. I think I don't know why I thought this was an SV to start with. I think the author does build a lot of SVs, and I wasn't paying attention very much when I spawned it. So I thought it was an SV. Let's see on the name. That doesn't say on the name. 3 retractable turrets mounted on the top over here. And yeah, I do like the red over here. This is pretty wild going on, like trying to simulate foreign Romulan language, which I have no idea what that would look like, but that's cool. I like it gives it that alien look, just with some decals, kind of that. Yeah, it's cool. That's cool. The little alien thing going on right there too. Yeah, nice looking, nice looking build. I'll have to look this up, like do a Google search and look for some images online, see what the actual ship looks like. This looks like it would. Yeah, that's cool. This is a cool looking setup over here too. I like how it kind of, it's all flat 22.5 degree angles, and it kind of cuts off, but it's blacked out at the same time going into a different feature, which is basically, I'm saying it's a really cool transition going from this part to this other part here, the way the author did that. Yeah, cool looking thruster housings too. I like the use of the round blocks mixed in there, and this, you know, pretty wild looking. Yeah, texture light display. Really worked for it. All right. Well, here, obviously, I think our way in is here. So let me go there, and we will turn down the outdoor light. All right. So coming in here, got a couple storage boxes. Our armor locker there. I was just kind of looking at the lighting and the color scheme in here too. So kind of like kind of dual. I think that we got a little bit of like Oh, white, green, and red. I think something like that. It looks cool though. Again, it does look kind of alien-esque. So I'm just kind of looking at the curve in the background over there at the lighting. The lighting to me is important too on a build. It's just that it can really change the looks of a build. If you got like different colored lighting that accent things versus not have it. Oh, this is cool. Little alcove here. Oh, it's got a stairway going to another floor here too. But like, yeah, crew room. The nice, cool looking storage shelf there. Bunk beds. And then we're actually kind of walking above where we just were. Oh, we got grow plots. Oh, okay. So we got a small farm there. So 9 grow plots. We got a advanced constructor, which is, that's kind of cool how that's placed too. You can kind of access it from the bottom area and this area, and it's kind of recessed in there a little bit. Got our food processor and fridge. Got a teleporter. And we got warp drive access here. Very cool. So that's, yeah, it's kind of neat how that's set up too. Kind of all the catwalks and things going on the inside here. And quite frankly too, yeah, there's definitely some asymmetrical aspects about this too. Quite a few actually. I think it's maybe entirely asymmetrical on the inside. Well, I mean, yeah, well, like this side's quite a bit different than the other side, basically. So we got some medium shield parts in here, or should I say large shield parts, but they're all large shield parts. Up in here, we've got, looks like our core room and main CPU core, and we got, I think that's an advanced shield. Nope. Standard shield. Okay. I thought wrong. Gravity generator back over here. Oh, these hallways are, it's just interesting the way you're kind of roaming through here. Like, I think I went kind of around in a circle. Around through this area and around that area. And this area kind of goes, I don't know. It's kind of a lot of stuff going on in here. So we already checked out this side room here. I'm trying to figure out if there's more. The ship looked pretty big, and I'm pretty sure I am not seeing all of it yet. But, yeah, those kind of stop going in that direction. Basically, I was trying to find a way. Well, all those side windows that we're looking at and everything. Maybe I'll... Yeah, I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to come in one of these side doors here. See where we end up at. See how that links up to the other section. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I was a little wrong on the lighting too. It's more of a, well, at least in this area, kind of like a teal color. And then you got red. And you can kind of see how the two colors are kind of blending together there. Creates the different lighting effects there on the ceiling. And then we're up into the bridge over here. That's cool. So yeah, cool looking bridge. I mean, all the block work and texturing looks really, really good. Let's head all the way back this way. Oh, this is what I missed before. Okay, so we're to the same area we were. I missed this door. I didn't see that one. I was kind of like always looking the wrong way. Yep, up to the teleporter and everything. Okay, I'm going to just go into God mode. I just want to see if there's anything. Oh, we actually are already at pretty much the back of the ship. Yeah, okay. So it's not that big of a ship. It's not that big of a ship. All right, let's look at the numbers here. Very cool looking ship, though. Inside and out. Kind of, I don't know. No, kind of thinking this could be a starter, but I'm not sure if it is or not. So, unlock level 25, size class 2, 55 forward, 25 strafing, 35 or 37 lift, 55 reverse, 36 down, 4 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. Pretty good amount of weapons on here. So, yeah, definitely not a starter. especially with the unlock level and the weapon loadout. Now, if it didn't have all the weapons, it probably could be. And it is using quite a lot of quantum processors here in the build, too. We do small optical communication equipment. Okay, so it might have a... no, we just have a detector. Not sure what's using that communication equipment. Usually I see that if it had a long-range radar array or long-range radar, but it doesn't appear to have either. So I'm not sure exactly what that's being used for there. A little bit of palladium on this one too. Other than that, not too bad. It's just yeah, the quantum processors. Where is that again? All the way down here. 49 quantum processors. So CPU is set to 960,000. It's only using 647,000. Huh. Let me just see how that's arranged here. So it's set to core 11. It doesn't have this superior cores in here. I'm getting confused at this. Is it like the superior cores are somehow more expensive than the other cores? Well, basically, what I do know is core 9 with the 2 superior cores would be 900,000 CPU. So this is using currently 960,000 CPU, but I don't exactly know why it has these in it. It could have a couple superior cores, and I don't know if maybe if a couple things beyond that, or you just leave it be 60,000 over. I think it would seriously reduce the at least the quantum processor build cost of the build. I'm not entirely sure though how that would exactly work out, but yeah, it's definitely set up where you can add a lot more stuff to it with the amount of CPU it has available. And again, very, very cool build too. So let's take a look at your storage as well. So we got a 172K ammo bay, and I think beyond that we have 109. Oh, that's all. 109K for materials. Main container 249K. Sorry. Instructor out. Okay, that's 8K there. Whole blocks. What if I had a half block? No, I'm kidding. Where would I put the half block? I'm just all right. Whole blocks, 98K. Weapons. Oh wow, this isn't a. I thought this was gonna be a box for sure. It's not. 45K storage controller. Yeah, that's cool. So a lot of storage in here as well. Yeah, 249K on our main container. So yeah, good amount of storage. Boxes. We do have quite a few turrets on it. Weapons. Let's see. One last thing. I don't think this would be the case with this, but okay. So we got hard steel on the front. I think we're maintaining hardened steel. I think throughout the build here. So yep. Just generally tougher hull material. Get less breaches in your hull doing shooting and stuff. So yeah, very, very cool build. Again, this is the Romulan Varkin Scout by Barefoot and Hillbilly. Very, very cool. It's kind of interesting too. Barefoot and Hillbilly's been building a lot of Star Wars type builds, and it looks like he's trying to do or doing some builds from other franchises now too. So that is very cool. Maybe he did before, and I didn't realize it. But very, very cool ship. All right, so next build here. Now, I got 2 builds from the same author, and I don't normally ever do this. What had happened, though, is I meant to show one of these builds last week, and I didn't. Kind of missed it when I was doing it, so I figured I'd just kind of like show them at the same time now and get all caught up here. So let's start with this build here. Let me get this powered up. And this is the Mobius I better make sure I got the right one. Hold on. Mobius Globe Hopper by Fuji. for RE2. So this is a what I do believe it is a pretty unusual looking carrier. Kind of, yeah, very cool. They got a big landing deck right on the front. Now, obviously, these ships kind of match too a lot in their style and everything like that too. So that's kind of a cool setup here. So kind of a big open front bay here, kind of exposed to the elements. Place for a repair bay right there. That's neat. Oh, that's labeled. Oh, I like that ring around that. Oh, that's a piece of glass that's kind of tucked in there. That's cool. So let's take a look at the rest of the build here. So pretty unusual looking shape to this too. Yeah, again, that's this runway actually goes right through the whole hull, all the way up the back side. Looking at some side doors, looks like we got some access doors there on the side there. This kind of almost looks like it would be like a potential upgrade thruster location, but I'm not sure on that. And this back area, oh, I like the framework there, that ring block there. That's kind of cool. It kind of reminds you of like steel I-beam or on some kind of construction vehicle kind of set up there. So over here, yeah, it looks like we got some little thrusters, which are obviously screaming for a big thruster we put in place. Maybe that's what this whole bank is for, and I wouldn't doubt that either. Yeah, this certainly looks like it's all designed to be upgraded here. Probably the same thing with these back areas here too, with the glass. So now I'm starting to think that one area that I wasn't too sure on if that was going to be a thruster point. I'm pretty sure it is. Well, we'll be able to know for sure by looking at the inside parts of this. This looks cool too. I like the yellow texture lights in the mix there. Red texture lights as well. And we've got a bunch of these cargo canisters on this one. Now that's something going on with the other build over there too. A lot of these cargo canisters. It's kind of neat. Yeah, just like build like it's almost like a separate build that you can like paste onto the other build and reuse the part. And I think they might be a little different from all these. Wow. Okay, this other one has those are way bigger over there yet. But that is a cool arrangement, and it's neat kind of how they're rounded off and everything too. That's a pretty interesting look, kind of looking through this front kind of wing piece there. And that's neat too. Look at that. We got like a walk pass, kind of almost like separated right down to the ship here, except for a bunch of steel mounting beams and framing work and things like that. Which is, yeah, really, really cool. It's kind of neat how you can kind of like drive right under here with like an HV or something like that, or SV, I suppose, too, and just kind of park up in here. Yeah, it's cool. Smooth walls, got some slight curve stuff going on in here. Oh, curvy block in the corners. What's up in there? Oh, that's probably the backside of the lift thrusters. Yeah, so this is all meant to be removed, and this is a place for a drive thruster. Well, up to a drive thruster. Of course, you could put a smaller one in there too, but it would hold up to the biggest thruster. So we got here. Install thrust. Oh, okay. Tinted. Oh, it's color coded. I get it now. Tan advanced thrusters. Orange drive thrusters. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, it's the colors are more than just trying to make it colorful. They're actually, yeah, color coded to what kind of parts go there. All right, well, let's take a look on the inside here. Let's fill up one of these. Oh, I thought that was an elevator. There is an elevator, but not yet. So we got the side room over here. Looks like it is production bay. Now, looks like we got room to add a universal constructor here in place of this one, or some small constructors, or I'm not sure if you can fit another regular sized constructor on this side or not. But yeah, pretty cool looking the way it's set up. We got a location for a generator up over there. I like the color scheme, the blacked out ceilings, the white walls with the blue, like 3-color scheme going on in here. Kind of cool. All the inside of the elevator looks blacked out. I think, oh, maybe that's just the tinted windows there. Here, yeah, I'll just keep on this side. We'll try to make our way to the other side there. So the elevator goes up to this floor. Okay. So we got a quick access point on the outside of the ship over here with a nice guardrail around that as well. Kind of cool. Sitting up here, I'm looking in the looks like an engineering room back over there. And then we're right to the bridge area. Which again, this is quite a trippy bridge too. But again, the whole layout of the ship is pretty unusual. Looks like it would work fine though. As a carrier, actually really easy to land and dock stuff over here, which would also be the repair bay. And right up to the pilot seat. Cool looking setup up in here. We got our green on this side, which I assume has to do with farming or, well, fridge. A little alien bug symbol there. And we got kind of a purple on the other side, which is medical. So O2 medical, weapon locker there. Or I'm sorry, armor locker. Now we got some doors, just kind of in and out of the creation. A lot of different entry points here. This is a very interesting layout. I think that's cool. I got a couple passenger seats in here, of course, too. And again, the way that glass works, it almost looks like you're just outside. But no, they got armored glass everywhere. All right, so I'm going to go out the back. Let's take this walkway to the other part of the ship and into engineering here. So we got a location here for our pentaxid tank and warp drive. I like how that's set up, very self-explanatory. We got our thruster areas that we've seen from the outside of the ship too, and basically you can very flexible. Like you can go, it looks like up to 2 drive thrusters in this bay over here, or any other combination of other smaller size thrusters you want to put in there too. Same thing for the back. And I think yeah, this is all about just upgrading the thruster and of course a place for a warp drive. Excuse me. And probably a place for, I don't know. Yeah, shield. There it is. I was looking for that. It looked like the right size for a shield, and I didn't see a shield in here already. So yeah, shield upgrade location with a viewing window from the outside there too. So shield and warp drive go in this room here. Yeah, really interesting build here. It's a carrier, but at the end of the day, especially the way it's set up with its weaponry and its thrusters stock, it does not look like it's going to be terribly expensive. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So unlock, wow, okay, unlock level 10, size class 8, 22 forward, 11 strafing, 22 lift, 11 reverse, and 6 down. Keep in mind, huge amounts of thruster upgrades you can do, so you can make this probably 10-15 times faster than what you see right now. 14 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks, just drone defense basically. We got 3 light Gatling turrets, a couple sentry guns, detector, 6-hour 57-minute build time, not needing anything special whatsoever. So just basic resources. So definitely a starter carrier-like vessel. That's cool. That is cool. CPU wise, yeah, there we go. Core 1. And does not have a shield. It did not have a shield or a warp drive stock. but obviously you got locations to add that stuff. Quite a few P menu options here too for a lot of power management, things like that. Maintenance access. So storage. Nicely set up here. Oh, a lot of storage. Wow. You got 5 cargo bays at 640 each, plus a 320k ammo bay and a 320k harvest bay. So huge amount of storage for this build here. So yeah, you got room to move stuff around with you. You got like this cool looking repair bay set up, a lot of thruster upgrades. Yeah, it's just neat. That's just neat. On the side over here, yeah, you know, and the way all these storage bays are too is you can actually kind of see them from the outside of the ship. They're actually like individual components. So here's our Mats 320, which I'm sure if we look in here, well, I don't see a Mats 320 in here, but it could be the harvest or the ammo. But I was wondering if that... Okay, so this one's the ammo. So this is maybe the harvest. The harvest 320k bay there. And we got our 640s back over here for the cargo. So, very, very cool. Alright, so I'm going to go directly right to the next ship here. And kind of do this all as sort of one here. So this one here is the Mobius Elite packrat. RE2 by Fuji. And this one, I believe, is really meant to move a heck of a lot of cargo. A heck of a lot of cargo. It is, yeah, I think that is its primary purpose in life, but it might do some other things. But I think we're going to be looking at a huge amount of cargo. Oh yeah, here's something else it does right now. It looks like it has at least stock on it for mining drills. Yep, laser drills, but you could you got locations to add the full 8-pack in there. That's cool. That's interesting with the oh, I don't have this on, do I? Do I? I don't. There we go. That's better. Yeah, cool. So we got some texture lights over there. That's a pretty good sized ship, actually. But again, I'm really kind of digging this whole cargo setup here. And I think, yeah, we got the controllers. Yeah, they're actually like really cargo bays too, not just for looks. And by looking at the numbers I'm seeing on these things, this thing has a pretty outrageous amount of cargo on it. And these containers are everywhere. Look at it. They're like, I love the straps too. The straps are really cool. Like holding all that together like it's a big container ship. And it is, actually. It's not one that sails in the water. So yeah, very, very cool on that. And yeah, then we got our, looks like we got our forward thrust here, kind of in this thruster pod assembly over here. Cool looking stuff going on the sides here too. I like seeing the use of these kind of unusual blocks that can make that angle, which is very, very cool. The way that's set up over there. And obviously got a big old bridge here. That looks pretty elaborate on the inside there. We got long range radar on the top. Or, well, maybe. No, real one on this one. Turret locations over on the sides. Couple turrets already mounted over there. But yeah, that's really cool with this. Wow, look at the amount of these big storage containers on here. And from what I know, I think they're all real. And that would be a lot of cargo. So on the back side here, okay, so this thing's thinking about that too, thinking that it would be it's a lot of cargo to move, and it would need a lot of thrust power to move that cargo, and it looks like it's on point with that. So we do have a lot of thrusters going on in here too. Cool looking thruster setup. They're kind of all protected in there as well. And wow, we got a pretty massive hangar bay going on in here too. You know, the spotlights going all around the outside of the hangar. Our texture light colors and things like that. Yellow, blue, red. And this is interesting here too, that I'm just trying to figure this one out here a second. This looks like it's a force field, and I think it is a force field. And energy barrier 1-8, or energy barrier. Well, the whole point I was looking at it so puzzled like is with force fields, they're always that blue color, and this is red. So this is an energy barrier, so this is probably another different part. And Reforged Eden 2, or I don't know if it's in vanilla, but it looks like it works just like the force field parts. So you can do this kind of thing, and it keeps it all airtight and everything. But these ones appear to be able to be colored, where you can't do anything with the force field with that. So yeah, I'm just really curious on this. Okay, so what if I paint this pink? So that didn't change the color, or maybe they just this particular one is always red. I was trying to see if there's any options in the. Oops, all right. Misclick there. Yeah, just trying to see if there's any options in the part itself to set a color or anything like that, but it does not look like it. Here, I'll restore that to its proper color. So yeah, it looks like they're just red. So you got red ones, red and blue. That's cool. I didn't know the red ones existed actually. So nice way to do the hangar area there as well. So oh wow, we're also into farming. Oh, look at this cool looking farming walkway into that. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. So you got these kind of glassed off like farming pods going along there. Quite a lot of grow plots, and we got them on the other side there too. So it's got all the grow plots in it, so we can actually look at the cost of the ship and determine how many total grow plots are in here. And oh wow, so yeah, this is a pretty big open area here too. We've got a place for that big repair bay, CV repair bay on this as well. Looks like you got some engineering area back up over there. And this here, I'll get out of God mode. Let me adjust the lights too. Sorry about that. Oh, I think yeah, it's pretty bright in here. Actually, I got it fairly dark outside right now. Quick launch cockpit, drone view ready, press V. Got our teleporter over here. And yeah, it's just really wild look on how you get up to all these grow plots here. It just almost reminds me of like something you might see at some infectious disease building or something like that, like in the basement, you know, hazard level 12 or something. Like, yeah, it's like, get on your hazmat suit and farm your plants. It's just, it looks really cool. It looks really cool. So what do we got? Oh, wow, I got a lot of room. Do I got my flashlight on? I did have my flashlight on. All right. So in here, we got a kind of a big open area. A lot of places to put things, obviously. Storage controllers. Like we didn't have enough on the outside. We got one there. And cool looking deco thing. I don't know if I've seen that one before. I don't remember ever seeing anything with something spinning one way and the other way all in the same thing. I don't know if that's a little trickery going on in there in that part or not, but maybe not. I don't know. There's a lot of new stuff all the time, which is really cool. But you know, you think you get to know like all the stuff, and every week going through a ship, and I'm like, what the heck is that? So that happens. So all our CPU cores, Wi-Fi, main core, right in this general area here. Access room to it all, so our core room basically. Did have an airtight force field there, and we get into the bridge, which is quite an extensive area there. Oh, and we're also landed. Oh, so that glass piece over there is actually like a heads-up LCD? Oh yeah, as soon as I take off the ground, oh, that's cool. That's like asymmetrical too. It's I don't know if that's on the inside of the out. I don't know. That's just wild. That's a cool looking bridge. I like the layout. I like the curves stuff. I know. Oh, we got people down in here too. A big control booth over there, and a big arrangement of thrusters over here. So it's yeah, a lot of thrusters already built into this. Again, we haven't looked at the total cargo storage yet, but I feel it's quite extensive, and yeah, you're gonna need a lot of thrusters to move that amount of cargo if you fill this up. So looks like it has it. This gets us up to somewhere. Oh, I'm actually okay. So I'm walking up on the top deck here, kind of in between those big storage bays. Oh, that's a cool looking scene. Just kind of walking out there, overviewing or looking over the hangar there, that window. Very cool to see. Nice and sci-fi like. That's pretty wild too. It almost looks like a radiation symbol, sort of. Yeah, that's cool. Got a deconstructor in here, advanced constructor. Okay, so we got this whole wall here just full of stuff. Got yeah, another deconstructor there. Was that a deconstructor? First one. Yeah, I think that is there too. Fridge, food processors. Yeah, so a whole bunch of crafting utility right on the bridge there. Let's take this side walkway here to the back. Oh, we got the big old turbines going on in here too. Yeah, big old plasma turbines. So, okay, so this thing is going to use less fuel than you would think it would normally use. Probably no fuel when the thrusters are off, just parked, especially with those big plasma turbines there. We got locations for shield parts or shield boosters. It looks like it can fit. Oh wow, we got part locations for a lot of stuff in here. Trying to figure out the symboling. So you, I don't know, man. There might be a sign that tells me what that means. But yeah, obviously like small generators and stuff would fit there. Shield parts, or maybe this is more shield parts up on the top. And then there's like more stuff on the top of the top. So yeah, definitely a lot of that going on in there. So yeah, we got so we got the fuel canisters here, which have fuel in them. That is really wild too. So not only is the storage done up that way, but also like fuel setup is done that way, like modular parts. We got a small fusion reactor in here, but it does look like it could hold a large fusion reactor as well. Big old area here. It actually looks like it could hold 2 large fusion reactors. Do have a warp drive back here, then thruster access to all the rear thrusters. That looks cool. How they're kind of exposed to the block work with the kind of highlighting them with the angles and everything like that. That's cool. And I think that is the whole build on the inside. Unless I missed something somewhere, which is always possible. I like these beams kind of coming across there as well. Just kind of looking around a little bit to see if I missed anything here. But yeah, really wild. Now the thing I'm really curious about is how much storage does it really have? And I guess we're going to find out. So, well, let me look at the regular specs first. So, unlock level 25, size class 36. Pretty good size build here. 19 forward, 12 strafing, 28 lift, 14 reverse, 12 down. Got 40 fuel tanks, 32 oxygen tanks. Got our basically drone defense set up, plus a long range radar. And we do have the 4 miner drills built in as well. Using 4 quantum processors, so I'm thinking this is actually going to be like, I'm guessing a Core 9 by seeing that. Obviously, it did have a fusion reactor, so you're going to need the parts for that. So CPU-wise, yeah, look at that, Core 9. For some reason, I thought maybe this would be above Core 9, but it's not, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, Core 9 build. Balance right to the limits with that. Let me sort here, and this is probably, it looks like it's going to be done with their standard core configuration here. The superiors in it. 44,846 on stock shield strength. We do have our spotlight P menu option in there. And storage time, what do you got? Packrat. Oh yeah. oh yeah. It's got storage. It can hold a couple rocks in there, you know, couple ingots. Okay, so what I can tell is at the get-go here, we've got a couple 640s, you know, for your regular crafting and stuff like that. A couple 320 for harvest and ammo, and then we just go insane here. We've got 640s. It looks like for every part that is in the game, anything you can store in the game, we have a 640 box for it. What is this? I don't even know what some of this stuff is. What is that? Lucitite? I don't even. But you can hold 640k of it, and not it. No, this is really cool. I mean, this thing for excessive solo player that likes to have everything, or a whole faction for a storage build. That's insane amount of storage. That's all these 640s. Again, I don't even know what some of the stuff is, but that's cool. You can hold a lot of it. 640 for even palladium. See, wow, there's a lot of things in the game that I'm just not familiar with. And diamonds? There's diamonds? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's got the, you know, the old regulars that I'm used to too, like the silicon and the titanium. I've seen tungsten in the game. I've never seen these two. I needed some of this, so did see that palladium. I don't think I've ever dealt with that before. Seen this laying around, didn't know what it was used for. Never seen that. Never seen that. Never seen that. Never seen that. So yeah, or that, or that. But it holds it. No, that is really cool. It's a real cool idea on like a storage CV. The way it's set up. Again, it looks like flying in space. It'd be some like kind of what it is. A big transport ship for materials and items, and like a cargo ship in space. And that's pretty much what it is. But it also can mine itself too. So that is very cool. So again, this is the Mobius Elite Packrat RE2 by Fuji, and that is all the builds this week. So yeah, very, very cool to see all the stuff here. The only thing I wasn't sure about is I did bring in this SV. I wasn't sure if it was part of the challenge or not. It did not say anything about it on the workshop description of it. So I didn't want to like pass it up and thinking it was in the challenge when it wasn't in the challenge. So if I showed that prematurely before, I believe the challenge is tomorrow, I apologize for that. But and you are still going to be bouncing around, aren't you? Yes, you are. Hold on. Last thing, yeah. Okay, night. It's just messing with me. It is messing with me on purpose. I'm trying. Okay. Power. Hold on. I'm just gonna repark this. We got the thrusters. You know, I'll do it like we'll power you off. Are you going to chill? Are you? No, you're not. What the? I have no idea. Other than that, you all have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you later.